It's Nolan. Peace the jungle, my life's a battle like Royal Rumble. I'm making moves by these fools talk like they brain gumbo. Used to be humble, I honor me and my dogs. Regardless of rain or fog, we shining to raise the bar. Got some people trying to bring me down. Already clearing out my path, took the scenic route. I guess they hear me now. I keep my phone on silent, I never speak like Verizon. I'm expanding horizons they never seen. I've been treading lightly, chasing checks, I invest in Nike. I've been working nightly, tell them to sit politely. Some niggas never like me, that's just the plight of the realest. My people vibing and feel it, you can't align me with villains. I lace the mic and just kill it, I rip the cipher the illest. Now they decipher the lyrics, shit I could write a novella. Either way it's a purpose for me to black out. Niggas try to charge for submissions, I make them tap out. Chris Jericho, Ferris Bueller, bitch I'm very cold. Petty levels rose, check the map, good on every coast. People turn delusional like I ain't got no rep. Moving clean as a whistle, yet it's quiet as it's kept. Got me sighing and regret, like I wish I never met this mug. Emotionally unstable, they try and set me up. Step into my office, loading weapons out the cartridge. Got the essence like the partridge, but I'm set to go disarm shit. Oh shit, now I'm in a rut. Shouted slandering my name, still she try and hit me up. What the fuck, making lies like I stole? Man, I'm writing down my goals. Let you work inside my kitchen, never cleaning out the stove. Guess the truth never matter when lies get magnified, amplified to the point where two tribes have to collide. Shit, I'm on mine, turning up my value, I'm a gold mine. Still eating off rabbit without a cosign. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everyone is doing well. Before we get started, make sure y'all pay the price of admission. Hit that like button, just pop on that thing real quick, you know what I'm saying? Since it's free, just to play the algorithm game. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be getting into Miss Cardi B. We've got a couple updates on her. First update we're going to go ahead and just address at the top of the video because there's not much to be said about it. Cardi B is once again teasing that the album is on the way. We don't know the name of it. We don't know the exact date. It's got a working title as of CB2, but we know that ain't the deal. She did go on Spaces earlier today and let the people know that she's not playing no motherfucking games. I'm taking this with a grain of salt because I'm just ready for the music. That's just me in particular. You ain't got to share my feelings. That's just how I feel about it. I don't really want the lip service. I want the music. And that's from every artist, for real. I don't get too hyped up off nobody saying what the project gonna be because I need to hear it in my motherfucking ears. But she did say that the album is coming. She finna stomp. She not playing. She finna stomp when this motherfucking album drops. She says she's not going to second guess herself. She's not gonna let anybody make her feel bad about being successful. And she has full intentions on basically fucking up the game in a good way. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, I can't give anything to that because it's all talk. Every artist makes these types of remarks, these types of claims when they're ready to drop. You know, everybody says this is the best work of my career. This is my best project. This is that. This is going to change everything. We just got to see it in action. Now, there are people saying that Cardi B has updated her YouTube. It's not, visibly available, but they're saying that new uploads have been put on her channel. So they're expecting this project to drop, and it might drop on a day that you ain't expecting. If the uploads are already taking place in YouTube, which means, when a mainstream artist drops their album, you're going to get the music videos, and then you're also going to get, the playlist of the album where you could just play it straight through on YouTube, and it's going to go from track to track to track to track, and it's just got a static image there. That's what people are saying. I don't know what's real or what's not. I can only report on what's available. You know what I mean? But outside of just music, Cardi B, as I told y'all before, she is back in the gym. She has delivered her child. And she's ready to fulfill the prophecy. She told y'all once she delivers this baby, she's getting back to her body, getting back in training mode, and getting back in basically tour conditioning. So she's sticking to her word. She's back in the gym. We'll see when this album date comes, and I'm sure once that album comes, she says she's going to drop everything. When she announces, she's going to give you the album announcement. There might be a single, the tour, the everything. You know what I'm saying? The physicals, the vinyls, all of that shit. I think all of it is going to drop at once to maximize on engagement and maximize on dollars. But again, we just have to watch. Now, again, outside of all of that, we've got Cardi B coming out to defend Miss Tyla. All right? Now, for those of y'all that actually were able to tune into the VMAs last week, many people were distracted, myself included. I ended up having to be on live to talk about watching the party die. But going back and watching some of the notable moments from the show, we did see Miss Tyla. She did have a couple moments that people are having discourse about in the game. Number one, they're talking about, I guess, going to accept her award, which was, what was it? Best Afrobeats artist. She goes to accept her award, and I think maybe her assistant or somebody was walking with her halfway there. At a certain point, she kind of signals, hey, I got it from here. I don't see where that was controversial, but, you know, people seem to be finding any and everything to try to take down celebrities, to try to make something salacious out of. That's kind of what I chalked it up to. Then once she got on stage to accept her award, of course, we had Lil Nas X and Miss Halle Bailey up there. And Halle tried to pass her the cue card, basically. She was like, I don't want that. She kind of wafted it off. And again, people took that and made that a big thing. Honestly, I just don't understand. Before she did the wafting, there was a verbal exchange and a nonverbal exchange of her shaking her head like, no, I don't want that. She said something out of her mouth. And then she wafted it away like, please, I don't want that. And then she asked for Lil Nas X to actually hold the MTV VMA award while she made her speech thanking everyone and all of that stuff, which all of it has been under scrutiny for the past few days. All right. Now, you got to understand. Well, you ain't got to understand a motherfucking thing. My thought on this is a new experience for Tyla. You know, they just, you know, really put her in the American market this year. You know, when they signed her, brought her out here, she's been making moves. She was supposed to tour. They canceled her tour. I think there was like some sort of injury or something that happened. We really don't know what the status of that injury is, but I think she re-injured herself not too long ago. So I don't know. And unfortunately, the crossover it ain't been smooth. Down to, you know, this conversation around her blackness or her coloredness, which is what they say out in South Africa, based on her family heritage, which is of, I want to say of Zulu and, I want to say Indian descent. There's a mix there. And that hasn't been a smooth conversation. People are trying to, you know, take her down at every moment that they can. And I'm not the biggest advocate of Tyla. I think she's very talented. I think she been killing it, but you know, she's just going to have to endure it. And if she can endure it, I think she'll be around for a while. But these are the bumps and bruises that come with, really just the American market. Once you become notable, controversy must follow. If it doesn't, then you're not notable enough. That's really what happens in the music industry. Anybody wants to counter me on that, you can say what you want. That's what it is. Now, how that controversy is conceived comes in different varieties and forms, but it ultimately is the same shit. The biggest artists in the game today, they're in the news cycle for positive, negative, something in the middle, and cussing somebody out along the way. Just let's be real, right? So, on the heels of Tyla accepting her award, we've got Armand Wiggins. Shout out to Armand. He came out and had some things to say about Tyla where he don't fuck with her. That's his prerogative. That's his choice. That's his opinion. He says, hey, I don't think I like Tyla's personality. I think someone needs to check her because she doesn't understand American culture at all. She almost gives off entitled or uppity African. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very off-putting, and it's almost like she expects people to just fall to her feet. So I respect Armand. I don't always agree with his takes, but I don't have to. We're two different commentators with two different perspectives and vantage points of the world. But I don't agree with this tweet much at all. Okay. When it comes to her personality, I don't know enough about her personality to say I don't like her. She seems like, I don't want to say like an innocent girl, like she's some child, but from what I see, it's not like she's really out here doing shit. She's out here doing her fucking Gap commercial ads. She's out here, you know what I mean? She went up to Kai Cenat's stream. She tried to let the nigga down easy, tried to shoot his shot. She blocked him in the most delicate possible way that she could. She went to the Breakfast Club. They tried to confront her about the colored thing again. She didn't want to talk about it. The publicist jumped in and said, hey, we'd rather not. It was something that they talked about beforehand. Charlemagne decided he still wanted to press the issue, right? That's not necessarily her problem, but it's her problem for her team to fix. Now, we've got her at this award show, and people are now saying that she's uppity, entitled, uppity African. You know, and that's a very sensitive thing because we already have, I wouldn't say a fragile or delicate relationship, but a nuanced relationship between African Americans and those actually on the continent or from the continent of Africa, you know, because there seems to be a bit of confusion about culture, heritage, respect, and African Americans, we typically get lumped in with the rest of the Americans. Like we're stupid, we're dumb, we're frivolous, and less than. That's some people's perspective. And that's where many people formulate these opinions of the so-called uppity African that's judgmental and putting you in that box. But I think those that have that perspective are also doing the exact same thing you claim to hate towards people of African descent, especially when there's so many different countries within Africa. You got to understand and pinpoint where they're from, because if you say that that's how they are just in one whole thing, like everybody on the continent don't like us, I can't co-sign that. I think it's too delicate of a conversation to co-sign that. And if we ever going to be better as a people, it would be best to find a middle ground or something with our brothers and sisters on the continent, because we come from them. And people debate that. People want to talk about that. Hey, it doesn't fucking matter. Black people come from everywhere, but where do we originate from? I don't give a damn. They call it the motherland for a fucking reason. Okay? So I'm not saying that the people that would otherwise outcast us or otherwise us are in the right, or that we're supposed to respect that perspective, because no. But I think we all can do better. All right? So that's one piece of the puzzle. Armand Wiggins had his opinion. His opinion has reached over 6.1 million people. Right? Then on the Joe Budden podcast, they reacted to Armand Wiggins calling out Miss Tyla. And he talked about how she dubbed Usher during his concert, where he walked up to her. He wanted to get a little jiggy with Tyla, and she wasn't really down with the moment. And again, this is another instance of people trying to say that she's stuck up, uppity, when she has autonomy over herself, over her body, over what she wants to do. If she don't want to dance with Usher, that's her fucking choice. Just because you would drop your drawers, and I'm not talking about Joe Budden in particular, but anybody who would have melted down, kissed his feet, kissed his chest because he ain't had nothing but a mink on and shit, that's what you would do. You know what I'm saying? So she may have known who Usher is because she was at the concert. She may enjoy his music, but maybe she don't see that nigga like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tyla is fucking, what is he, 23? Like, that nigga ain't one of her idols. So There's so many different layers to the conversation that people don't want to get into. But whatever. So that was also something that they pointed out. They're trying to use the Usher concert as another chink in her armor. And let's see what Joe had to say outside of that. I know it's going to get a little chippy and weird because I've been seeing different platforms that say Joe was absolutely wrong in his take. I didn't endeavor to listen. But now we've got Cardi B coming out, in which we're going to get to her response of all of this in a moment.
Well, my girl, Big Mel, hold me down. Armand Wiggins says, hey, I don't think I like Tyla's personality. I think someone needs to check her because she doesn't understand American culture at all. I could not agree more with this. She almost gives off entitled or uppity African. I don't know how to explain it, but it's very off-putting, and it's almost like she expects people to just fall to her feet. That is Armand Wiggins, who I fuck with a lot. Shout out to him. If you don't know him, Google him yourself. But I felt like this before the VMAs, by the way, because she popped up at the Barclays in support of Usher.
Yes, I saw that.
Awesome. And when Usher attempted to do his showmanship dance while her record is playing, come on, we in front of 20,000 people. Let's get in our bag. She dubbed him.
She did.
They say there's a reason for it.
I don't give a fuck what the reason is.
The reason is that she's got a man.
I don't give a fuck about your man.
Okay, so the reason
I'm not out of line. You on this stage. Usher got a girl.
You know what? Let's stop that there. This is the same Usher. When Keke Palmer got her ass up there and did her little two-step with the whoop-de-whoop, her nigga jumped out the window with no parachute. Said, you're a mother. Started all of this crazy shit. And we saw what the aftermath of that. The shit got very messy. DV on both sides of the relationship, uncovered, unearthed. It was messy as shit. Now, I'm not putting Tyla in that same situation. I'm just drawing parallels where one woman gets up there, has that great time, and it was a fucking social media shitstorm. Tyla, who's not from here, she just having a good time, trying to goddamn chill. See Usher, maybe learn some performance cues watching a nigga. Maybe she didn't anticipate being a part of the nigga show. Shout out to him for trying to incorporate her, but maybe she just didn't understand what was happening necessarily. I don't know. I don't know this woman. So to put that on her like she was just being, I don't know, stuck up, I don't accept that. Everybody ain't on the same wavelength at all times. You know what I'm saying? But that's her choice, whether or not she want to dance with this nigga. But now y'all trying to make it seem like it's some underlying scandal. Oh, you don't know enough about American culture. Okay. If you took your ass over to South Africa, it's going to be a learning curve for you to understand how to move too. And you might make some moves that ain't going to be all the way, accepted by that culture while you out there, and somebody gonna pull you to the side and say, hey man, maybe you would hope somebody will pull you to the side and say, hey, according to our customs over here, this is how we get down, this is how we move, this is how you accept, when you walk in somebody's crib, this is what you do. When somebody hand you a plate, this is what you do and say. Like, you got to learn how to ingratiate yourself. Like, and maybe you want to accuse her team, maybe her label of not giving her that guidance. Perhaps you could say that. But she is not from here. Y'all think everything is so America-centric that she gotta basically come over here and fondle balls. And I don't mean that literally. I mean that figuratively, in order to coexist in this music industry. I'm sorry, Joe. You are the prime example of a nigga who made every wrong move in the music industry, but you parlayed that into a successful podcast. Your career, I was a fan. It was not gleaming. Right? So don't jump on her back because she's a little off-putting to you, because you are probably one of the most off-putting artists in hip-hop history. And you monetize off of that. So let her run her race. This is her second year in the industry. What the fuck do y'all expect her to do? Really, first. The first song took off while she was still over there. But whatever.
Okay.
So what,
True.
nigga?
Well,
Everybody
maybe-
parameters is different.
Yeah.
And he was coming up behind her, trying to whine on her.
Y'all preach your ideals somewhere else. We in front of 20,000 people right now.
So you saying somebody should go
Your
get some
album
morals
came out. I'm
because
telling you what I'm
Usher
saying.
is
Don't
there for
step on what I'm
20,000
saying.
people?
I'm telling you what I'm saying.
That sounds dumb.
I'm telling you what I'm saying. Your album came out ages ago. There's mad money being spent on putting you where you need to be seen properly. Usher Raymond does not have to bring your little new artist ass on stage. He don't.
Does not.
She was in the crowd.
They was in the
But who
crowd.
gives a
She was
fuck?
on
I don't
stage.
give a fuck where she was.
That
Tell that shit to your group chat. Once you hit the stage and you are a performer and your song is on and a legend is trying to highlight you, there is a way to do that do-si-do shit that she did.
Joe,
She did it
hold
in
on.
a way
Wait.
that looked real nasty, and I thought this before the
Let him
VMAs.
finish talking.
Didn't we violate
Joe.
Kiki Palmer for playing into that nigga?
Hold on, Joe.
That's just-
She was in the crowd.
She never
He
brought
went
her on
in
stage.
the crowd and tried to
She
dance
never
with
brought
in
her
the
on
crowd.
stage.
She was not on stage.
Yeah.
He came to her.
He went to her in
and
the
tried
crowd.
to dance with her in the crowd.
I hate talking music with non-music people. Ice, so you think that was by chance?
Threw them under the bus.
You think that was an accident?
No, he spotted her in the crowd and went to her in the
Or-
crowd.
or
That's
he-
not by chance.
So you think that was coincidence?
No, his
No, they
people
knew.
told him
They
she
told
was in
him.
the crowd.
Do you think that
Just
that
like
was
with Mel, just like Lucky Day with Mel.
Exactly.
They knew
So do
she
you
was
think
there.
that was a surprise to Tyler is my question.
That Usher was going to come over there and dance with her? No. She
So
knew he was
why
there.
the fuck you telling me where she was at?
Because you're saying you brought her on
this not-
stage to dance.
Great.
She
I
didn't
don't
do
care
that.
where she was at. The show was going on and she dubbed him in a way that looked like,
It was I'll dance, but not that. Respectfully, back up.
No, it gave
back
"Don't
up.
Touch Me, Nigga" is
Well,
what it
wait,
gave.
so hold on, wait.
I got a nigga, and he might.
It gave "Don't Touch Me, Nigga."
It
is
gave,
what
it gave
wait.
respect my boundaries,
To
my nigga. That's what it
Flick's
gave.
point, we
Some
had-
women
Shout out
do
to
that.
Ice.
We had
Nigga, he wasn't gyrating on the little girl's
But
ass.
that's what he looked like.
He
He was
tried to
about
get
to
behind
dance.
her.
He grabbed-
Joe.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
You're wrong.
He tried to get behind
tried to
her.
dance
She turned
closer.
and backed off.
He
like,
tried to
And
dance
y'all
closer.
We can do
eviscerated
this,
Kiki
but
Palmer
not
for the
that.
same shit,
Dog,
having
she
a man
moved.
and
Yeah, it's a
dancing
fact.
up
She
on
I
him.
love to
do
see
that.
passion
agree.
from you guys. She moved long before there was
I
any.
love to see
I
that.
love, this passion looks great. No, awesome. It's beautiful on y'all. She moved
you
long
nasty.
before there was a pelvic thrusting from Usher. And right after I finished talking about Tyler, we can get in there if Usher's a creep or not.
Fam.
I'm not mad.
You
Hey,
nasty.
wait, hold up. That's fun to me.
Okay.
I think these R&B niggas is creeps.
I think
And they do.
You making gumbo.
I'm not trying to invalidate what
You're
y'all
making
saying.
gumbo, bro.
No, I'm talking. I'm not trying to invalidate what they're saying. The R&B niggas be on some shit with girls that got a man and be doing shit on the stage and trying to pass it off as showmanship. They do, and maybe Usher was trying to do that.
Okay.
I'm saying before the VMAs, the way that she did that came off a way. This Armand Wiggins tweet is saying she just seems tone deaf to American culture.
That Armand Wiggins tweet sounds like some bullshit to me.
Maybe.
and
He said, "I don't know this girl, but I don't like how she acts." What?
Right.
fam.
Yo, dog, but
gives
every time you
uppity
see her
African.
visibly, there is something like this. There was the Breakfast Club interview where it's like, okay, got it. There's this Usher shit. There's this when she accepted the award.
Don't like that shit, man. Y'all remember where Ari Lennox, she did that Zoom interview with that fucking that interview guy out there in Africa, and he start asking her about who she's sleeping with, who she giving up, who she giving up to cootie to, and all this type of stuff. And that shit made her uncomfortable. She came out and said, "My label don't protect me, you motherfuckers. I'm tired of doing interviews. I'm tired of performing. I'm tired of everything." Right? So there seems to me that when artists are going into different territories in the world, and that was just fucking Zoom. She wasn't even physically there. And she was uncomfortable. It seems that there is some sort of barriers, not a language barrier, but maybe a culture barrier. The nigga was a shock jock. She didn't know what she was walking into, right? Our own American artists have had contentious relationships with Charlemagne the God and the Breakfast Club. This ain't nothing new. This has been going on for 2 decades. What the fuck are we talking about? Not 2 decades, but close to it. You know what I'm saying? 15 years, whatever the fuck it is. So that may come across as a way, but it's come across as a way with numerous people. That was Charlemagne making it uncomfortable. With Usher, again, I don't know how deeply she knows Usher. And over here, it's easy for us to say, you need to know Usher. But who's the Usher from her country? That's the nigga she know, perhaps. And if we were to go over there and it's like, oh yeah, that's the nigga, and you looking at him like, okay, that's the nigga over here, that's what's up, and the nigga come up to you, you might be a little bit like, hey bro, back up. They love you, I don't know you. Respect and love to you, back up. But of course, we are the Americans, and we feel like we run the world. We run shit. We the biggest nuts on the block. So you supposed to bow down to us in the vicinity. Tyla don't come from that background. She was not raised here. So respectfully, hey, I'll do my two-step. Don't invade my space. She's on camera. She has a boyfriend. Allegedly, this boyfriend done been in about 2-3 music videos of hers. Ain't no other nigga got close to her in the music videos. It's only one nigga. So she's holding it down, in my estimation. But y'all don't want to see it from that space. I don't know why, but fuck it. We're gonna leave this because they just be talking in circles, and that's cool for their show, but not for ours. Okay? Now, let's get to what Cardi B had to say. And I honestly have not listened to what Cardi said, so it's gonna be interesting to see where she goes. But I do understand that she did defend her, and I think that was honorable of her, right? And it seems that there's a photo of them having a good time out. So here's what Cardi had to say.
Tyla wished she never won that fucking VMA award. If she would have known that that fucking VMA award would have brought so much hate, so much criticism, I bet I bet for a fact she be crying tonight. Like y'all, yo, the internet is insufferable. The way that you guys will fucking take a picture, take a moment, and make it something that is not, and then just crush somebody, and like y'all criticize so much that y'all not even noticing like you're bullying this girl, and if you really fucking think about it, you don't really have a motherfucking reason to. Like you really, really don't have a reason to, but you making this a reason because you already don't fucking like her for whatever reason. Like something about her that y'all just probably don't like. And I don't know what it is, but y'all are doing too much and it's disgusting. First and first, I seen a video of her asking fucking Lil Nas X. I saw a video of her asking Lil Nas X to hold her fucking award. And let me tell y'all something. I have asked other artists to hold my awards for me myself, cause them bitches is the fucking size of a motherfucking fat baby, bitch. Like that. Like those awards be so heavy, and then like when you have heels on and you put pressure on top of yourself, it really feel like your leg starts to wobble. Like no lie, those awards are very fucking heavy. Then you gotta worry about motherfucking doing a speech and looking good while you fucking carrying a motherfucking 10 pound fucking baby on your motherfucking hands. So I just don't think that you guys understand how fucking heavy those fucking awards are. And also, I met Tyla in person. I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3", so I'm already like short. She's shorter than me, and no lie, she's shaped really beautifully, but she's very very skinny like Mariah type of skinny. Like she has to weigh like 109 pounds. So imagine you 109 pounds and you fucking gotta carry a 10 fucking a 10 pound fucking award with heels. She literally asked Lil Nas X, but y'all trying to make this into like, oh, how rude is she to ask another female artist to hold her award like she's the help. And I love Haley, but she didn't even ask Haley to hold her award.
Haley.
She asked Lil Nas X, a man, to hold it. The thing about her too, that y'all think that she acts really uppity. Let me tell you something. a lot of Caribbean people and a lot of African people, like especially girls, like, all right, so I have an older sister, right? Her name is Nikauli. She's also an artist. Her name is Nikauli. She go by Nikki. And
Interesting.
my sister has always been overly confident. And she always been overly confident, over jumpy, over smiley. Like she's the type, she always been the type of person that is like, if there's a block party, if there's like a block party in the street, she's like the one that's gonna get in the middle of the street and dance. She's very happy. She's not shy at all. She's very different from me. She's very different from me. She's very different from Hennessy. She's my father's daughter, and she's from the Dominican Republic. A lot of people from different countries, they are very prideful. They're very happy. They're very jumpy, and I feel like us Americans, like we just don't be like, we're not really like that. So it's like when somebody's always like so happy, so jumpy, so energetic, and so overly confident, we be like, what the fuck is wrong with them? And my sister, she's so overly confident. She's always the she's always the life of the party, and also she's very pretty and she has an amazing body. So she always tries to prove to people like she's not easy. Like she likes to prove to people like, hey, no, I'm not like these other girls. I don't get down like that. I'm not a hoe. So sometimes when like y'all see Tyler like trying to prove like, oh no, I'm not dancing next to Usher, blah blah blah. I don't think that she's trying to like act like she's better than people. I honestly feel like sometimes people just, when somebody's so overly confident, they have to also overly prove that they're not easy bitches, because sometimes people really think that about you. And I feel like you guys are being really harsh on this girl. She's fucking 22 years old. Also, do you know how hard it is to be a person from a different country trying to adjust to America? So she's a new artist, 22 years old, trying to adjust to fucking America, and out of nowhere you guys are fucking angry and fucking making think pieces about a bitch that barely speaks.
Well, that's Cardi. Hey, I don't disagree. You know, the correlation she was making to her sister, I don't know her sister Nikki. So I can't really make that make that a thing. But I kind of get where she's coming from to a degree. She brought it home in the end, right? Letting people know she's not easy, cuz I don't really, I think the vibe that Tyla gives out is quite opposite of what Cardi was talking about. I think she gives off happy, but I think she gives off shy, right? Um I think she is in her element when it comes to the music and stuff like that. But I think when it comes to engaging with us, because over here in America, we're very kind of aggressive, we're loud. Not to say that over in Africa, they're not. In South Africa, they're not, where she comes from. But it's a different form of loudness, right? It's a different form of confidence. It's a different form of boisterousness that come with Americans, right? We just different, especially in the entertainment industry. I can imagine people coming up to her and just trying to get up on her, and it may not even be in a sexual manner, or it could be, get close to her and getting all up in close quarters with her, where she's like, hey, that's I don't get down like that. Like, you gotta, please, all respect, dude, you got to give me a bit of room. We don't do that in my, you know what I mean? You got to know me for a minute before you could just get up on me and what? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, Usher's gonna come up to you and he's gonna dance. Okay, we can dance. Let me hit him with the goat. I mean, Nicola doing the same old two-step. Usher like, hey baby, let's grind. No, nigga, I don't do that. We could have rehearsed that if you wanted to do that. Okay? I'm not on the clock. Thanks for playing my song. Thank you for acknowledging me. Please continue your show, because I am not a part of it. I just don't read that deeply into it. I think there's a lot of other problematic people that we have in this music and entertainment industry that are far more deserving of this level of criticism, this level of cancellation, if that's what y'all are trying to do. So I say redirect that energy to those that actually deserve it. She ain't really did shit yet, right? And we accept the worst from some of these motherfuckers all the time. So for her acting uppity, if that's what it is, I would rather Tyla be uppity than be, accused of sexual assault. Right? I would rather Tyla be uppity than be on trial for murder. I would rather Tyla be uppity than be accused of selling copious amounts, $300 million worth of dope in her community. But these are the people that we advocate for and go up for. Seems to be a huge disconnect to me. Y'all let me know what y'all think of this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. I will catch y'all on the next one. Once again, if you see the Inside the Industry merch store up under here, peruse the store. I'm not saying you got to buy anything, but I do know some people did come asking for Inside the Industry merch before. It's available. Southside Nolan 2 physical copies are available on realjnolan.com as well. All right. And I do have my new single, Big Dog, out. All you got to do is check it out on DSPs, Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, etc. That's for free. All right. Much love, respect. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.